All right, that's on,
My-
and that's on.
My
Actually,
red
you know what we don't have?
LEDs for tonight.
Can someone drop some Fredbot in the channel,
Oh,
please?
I think I can do that. Maybe. What kind of music you want, boss?
I mean, just city music, town music,
Sure, relaxing
regular,
fantasy music. I like
relaxing fantasy music. I will apologize for how I brought Carver into the out scene last time. I was
I
more
loved it.
egregious. It was more egregious because I said, "Sup, fuckers."
Carver
I was
thing to
coming
do.
in a little hot, Carver. I think Lex is
She's had a bad
frozen,
day.
or
Am
she's
I
really stuck.
forgetting how to make Fred come in?
Yes.
Semicolon,
colon.
semicolon.
I thought it was semicolon.
Yeah, it is.
And then, is there a space?
No, I don't think so.
I think it could be either space play or no space play.
Fred is not liking us today.
I don't think you have to make him join. I don't think that's a thing.
Okay,
never
well,
done
he
that.
don't. He ain't playing or joining at either.
All right, here, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Well, Fred's off. It says Fred's offline.
Fuck Fred. He'll play.
Jerk.
Oh no. It does say he's offline. Add server. No.
But also, it says
Really?
Lex is offline, so when she's
Uh-oh.
not here, so that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, so the names are messed up on the layout, but
Yeah.
whatever.
I didn't even see her drop. That was weird.
So let me actually.
She like froze up and then it.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's-
Yeah, that was weird.
Maybe Fred's having issues. Add to server. This server. What
Huh.
server are we on? He's already here, so.
Yeah.
What is going on? All right, whatever.
Uh-oh.
I'm not gonna even worry about it.
Okay.
Although I kind of
Oh,
want
yeah.
Lex to be here for this, so
Oh yeah, definitely want Lex. We can take some
Yeah.
time still.
yeah,
Yeah, we're good. It's only 9:06.
yeah. Yeah, we're on though. So
What up?
we'll be
Hey,
back in a
guys.
second.
Just hang out with us. You know.
Uno mas.
Someone make Fred work. I miss Craig. Okay, sorry.
Craig.
Yeah.
You don't. I don't.
You
know why I
don't
just typed
remember
Fred.
Craig. You weren't in the Craig days.
Sounds like fun. I'm into it.
No.
You're also in
Uh,
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
So I left my book at some on my desk. The good news is all my impertinent notes Jeff's been trying to get me to digitalize. So I
Smart.
started with this. So
Important.
I think like there's nothing
I-
better than a piece of paper and pen. So,
Oh, I know.
you know,
On
okay.
like my third
Yeah.
session of my game, I lost my notebook in a mall.
That's why everything.
I had to go home and I was
do-
like,
Everything I do besides monster stats is right up here. It's also why I don't decide anything until 5 minutes before the session.
All right. So, welcome everybody for tonight's episode of Ascent of Shadows, Tales from the In-Between. Which I am not forcing you to name your house. Just saying. It's a nickname that some voice in the sky gave you.
Wait, what was that? I
Anyways,
missed it.
the In-Between.
Between.
Oh, I guess it's in
okay.
between. Understood.
I've been waiting like 14 episodes to give you this little tavern, and then all of a sudden you're like, no, fuck that, we're adventurers. Let's go somewhere else. Andy, why do you
Cole
keep
was
running
definitely like,
sandbox
fuck
campaigns?
No, man, we love it.
So, the beginning of last session, Cole launched a fireball into Eugene's clockwork business, sending shards of breaking every window, and it completely lit up this house. Verwin ducked out of the way from the fire, but then just a couple of shards of glass sunk through his robes and peered around, and you saw 3 clockwork bodyguards. The 2 that you noticed when you tried to enter the building that had a smirk and a frown, and then a third one came out that had an O face, permanently frozen. Over the next 24 seconds, Eugene levitated from the second floor balcony down to the road, and the bodyguard with the O face followed him, and they started hightailing it away from the building. Carver went after them, getting one shot in on the bodyguard and taking one attack. I think he got you for one attack. As Eugene just straight hightailed it out of there. Cole, I believe, launched another fireball at the carriage, which also got a friendly. If you are new to the stream, this is Tim, because he did it to me last session.
Hey, you succeeded your save. Funnily
No,
enough,
I-
both people who I thought would survive were monks.
Yeah, but you're rolling con saves, not dexterity saves, brother.
It's deck save. It's deck save.
So those 2 immediately engaged Cole and dropped him pretty quick, I believe.
Yeah, you did.
Kaladin kind of ducked in and provided a little bit of support, while Taruk got shot from some guards across the way as they just had a line of sight as you started to fly up and you got right in the window for him. It was almost a perfect setup. I could not have wished for a better move by you. Verwin and Carver also heard the guards being alarmed and starting to run down the street. You guys as a group decided to make it was time to make your getaway. You put down the 2 clockwork bodyguards with some ease, ganging up on them as 4 of you ran off what would be east through Waterdeep, heading back to your village or your house. Carver, you lost sight of her, as you can only assume she was chasing her targets. And Cole disguised himself as a guard, went to the one innocent that he fried with the second fireball, and pointed to the guards with just a pretty solid deception roll that they went that way. And the guards, I mean, they're not the brightest ones. They believed you and went off there for now. You guys all made it back. It was a weird night, right? Was this
Yeah.
where you knocked Verwin? No, that was before. You guys.
It was before.
Yeah.
I went off into the burning building, and Calvin went off to spend money.
Yes.
Unsuccessfully.
But you guys got a long rest, and as you woke up in the morning, you make your way down to the first floor, the tavern part. There are still plates set up by Taruk from the dinner he was trying to make with Kaladin the night before, but was ditched. To see your new acquaintance sitting there on the bar, a little bit frazzled. It doesn't look like she got her rest. What? Yes.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was misunderstanding. Don't worry.
And I think, she greets you however she chooses to greet you. But that's where we will pick up tonight's session.
I will clarify for Carver, because since you weren't here last session. Cole looks a little different. He went and got a haircut, and he's no longer hiding his clothing in an illusionary. He's wearing his armor, nice red and black robes with like a red and like coral, like that bone shell color, like seashells kind of motif on his mariner studded leather armor, shaved head now, and a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow with like a really neatened beard. When got a haircut the morning before.
Good morning.
Oh,
Yes.
Good morning.
Hey.
And also, you'd see Cole rubbing his face because Verwin just fucking punched him in the face.
That is true. So,
Paladin's in his underwear.
breakfast. Yes. I'll begin cooking. I believe I went out in the morning to grab some stuff for breakfast too.
You'd have to.
Easy enough. I
Yeah.
mean, you don't even have to go far to find some eggs,
Right.
and some bread and I don't know, potatoes
I-
or something.
I remember talking to someone last session, very
Yeah,
end,
but the eggs.
about the eggs, and they're like, "Oh, some shit's wrong with the eggs." Not these ones, but
Yeah. You went to
Yeah.
one place
Egg
and
trouble.
they said that the delivery's been longer, so
that's-
they didn't have as many eggs, and they had to weed through them and water test them and everything.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm glad to see everyone's well rested. And then made it back. That was kind of a shit show yesterday.
And or.
Well, to say the least, Mr. Cole.
I'll
Yes.
begin cooking.
Oh, Kaladin, is my nose bleeding?
Nope.
Oh, if
Oh,
it
that's
is,
good.
I can help you with that.
No, I'm fine the way it is. I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little crooked though.
I'm not quite sure I have to say this, but I'm gonna say it for the sake of simplicity. Maybe we don't go around blowing up buildings in the middle of the fucking city.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm in agreement with Carver here. I did not think that was the plan.
Hmm.
The wee one's got a point, you know.
I'm noted. I'll take it into consideration.
I
Don't
consider
shake
that
your
it's
head, please.
like glue. And if
I
it
mean-
doesn't, I'll just carve it into your forehead. Okay?
I will take
No,
like a
an
good
occasional
step back.
blowing though.
Kaladin,
Like-
I don't think we're talking about the same thing.
Oh, sorry.
No, yes. I was rash. You missed my apology earlier, Varwin, and I'll just like keep rubbing my nose. Accepted my apology, and I apologize to you as well. I'm not quite. I've not gotten used to what I can do, so that was a bit of a. It was a bit much, and now I know what that does.
Well, here's breakfast, guys, and I'll start handing out. It's like eggs, sausage, bacon, fruits.
Ooh. Can you make me French toast?
Kaladin, just eat your food.
I mean, I can. It's not that big of a deal.
He's fine. He's fine
Would
with
you?
what he caught. He's fine with what. Don't indulge him. He's fine.
Tomorrow.
So we were unsuccessful again.
No,
I
you
will
were
take.
successful.
Right, Carver just came back. What happened?
Yeah, no, so after a big explosion, scared the little guy off. He took a bodyguard with him. I followed them, lost them in a crowd. But I found them again in the dock ward. They're currently hiding out at an inn about a kilometer or so. South
All
of
right, this is good news.
No, it's not good news.
Better news than not having them.
Well, better than not having them, but they're at the Black Star Inn.
What's
Is
that?
that important?
Yeah, we're a bit new in
What does
town.
that mean?
I'm not quite sure what that means.
Oh boy. Okay. The Black Star Inn is known for its high security and discretion.
Oh, that doesn't seem like a problem. We're very discreet. And I'm like, I obviously making a joke. Obviously making a joke.
Do we still need to go after them?
I think that was on her priority.
Well,
And honestly, on the rest of us, I think it should be if it has anything to do with those machines that attacked us a few weeks back.
they have plans to meet at a man called Traden's place down by the south gate, where they'll leave tonight north to Thornhold via the high road.
Wow.
How did you come by that information?
The same way I tracked you for several days without you knowing.
Fair. Do we set an ambush on this high road?
Probably better to just ambush them right outside the city.
Agreed. We don't want to let them get too far.
So the high road runs right through the center of Waterdeep and then goes north to Neverwinter in Luskin.
Route 66.
Carver, you would know Tradon's group. Not you wouldn't probably know Tradon, but the Orm High Bench, they are a group of bodyguards, escorts, that travel strictly between Waterdeep and Neverwinter, which runs up on the coast of the Sea of Swords and is very it's a dangerous trek, you know, for anyone, really.
Carver, you seem to have the most skill and knowledge of the city. I would defer to what you think would be the best course of action.
Okay. Well, seeing as they're going to be traveling with a group of highly skilled bodyguards, I suggest creating some sort of diversion to split them up
Good at those.
and try to
I'm
pick
really good at
Eugene off on his own,
Could we
for
get
which I
them?
volunteer.
Could we get them before they leave the city so that we deal with less, I guess, bodyguards?
I feel like if we create a diversion in the city, it's going to rush them out of the city.
We
Because-
tried that.
I mean,
we
it's a
tried
big
that once
city.
a
Lots
little
of
bit,
things
so-
are happening all the time.
Whereas if we create a diversion on the road, it will distract only the bodyguards.
I like this line of thinking. It makes sense.
What's the diversion?
I'm sure you're all creative enough to come up with something based on your skill sets.
I vote Kaladin, honestly.
Yeah, this seems dangerous. I think
Actually-
Kaladin's a good choice.
I'd say Verwin and Toruk, you guys have the highest passive perceptions. While you're having this conversation, you hear the faint screech of a town crier walking down the road. Explosion in the Sea Ward.
Oh,
City
God.
Watch looking for a group. In particular, this individual. And you like walk over to the windows, and it's like a rough sketch of a furbolg. It slams it on just a wood lantern post, and he just starts just crying
Okay.
down, like alerting everybody that
So,
Uh,
what if we went to the docks, set up a big
Calvin,
stage, and
Calvin.
I just presented to the whole town.
Oi,
A
Kaladin.
massive show.
Come on, you want to come look out the window a second there?
What?
What?
Is
What's
she
going
cute?
on?
Yeah.
Look at they got a good
Yeah.
picture of your mug out there.
What?
It's
Oh
I'm
boy.
famous?
You're
That's-
popular now.
It seems
No.
you are the only wanted one.
Kaladin, I have to say, this is refreshing. Me getting you into trouble. I like this. Seems like a nice role reversal
However-
to our normal.
Hold
it
on.
doesn't look exactly like Kaladin
Yeah.
because you guys weren't really you weren't around long enough for there were people that could see you. All right? You didn't see them. They were tucked away. They came out when they heard an
Sure, they were
explosion.
Yeah.
Andy, is there a bounty? Posted with it?
It's hard. You're talking across the street, and the only reason you assume that this picture is a furbolg is the features that are dominant. It doesn't look like
I'll go outside.
Kaladin
I'll
at
go
all
outside.
outside of like some furbolg features.
I'm gonna
I go
put
outside
up
and
my
grab it.
hood. Oh no.
You're gonna go outside.
In my
I'll
boxers.
take my,
In
I'll
my
take
boxers.
my coffee out and
Can,
follow.
can I try to like go behind him and put my blade over his neck and kind of just like slowly try to pull him back
Yeah.
inside?
As soon as you open the door, you feel this blade, and you hear the of the wings of.
Yeah, I would
I'll-
do that.
I'll go take a look. I'll go take a look, and I'll just mask a mini face into like a balding fat man with like a tunic robe with his coffee.
And
I'll
Barry,
just,
when
like,
you
walk out.
Slowly
Barry, when you
back
put
up.
your cloak over your head
Yeah.
and go out, 1,500 gold pieces.
Can I snatch one off the like office somewhere?
Yeah, I mean,
Or is
if
there,
you go
is
to,
there a town choir that I could be like, hey, can I have one of those?
he's probably 100 feet down the road now,
Alright, alright.
moving
It's fine.
that way.
I don't need to take one off. Yeah, I don't need to take one off. Right.
But as soon as you
1,500?
like, you go to like, you think about ripping it off, you look over to the right on the other side of this four-way intersection, and you see one of the small storefront barracks
Yeah,
that the City Watch have, and just two
Yeah,
guys.
I just
Hey! No! Don't touch that.
Okay, just trying to read. Sorry.
They pay no attention to you other
You
than
think
that.
we really need? I'll whisper over to Cole. You think we really need Kaladin?
Oh, I think there's a way we can get this and keep Kaladin. Don't worry about that. But I think problem number one, then opportunity
Problem.
number one, opportunity later.
I think this in itself has created a wonderful distraction. He's wanted.
Let's get back in the house.
Okay.
Oh, Kaladin, you are so famous.
There's a bounty on your head.
How much
for
am I worth?
1,500. 15.
1,500. Now, again, if we can incorporate this into the plan, I think it's a good plan.
Mm-hmm.
But
Wait.
also, I don't think it should be you we turn in.
Someone who looks like
And
you.
then I'll turn into Kaladin and kind of keep drinking my coffee.
You don't
Oh,
grow as
okay.
you don't grow as tall. You're not as tall. You look
Um,
similar to him, but it does
what's-
not make you
yeah.
as large as he is.
But that,
There's like a foot and a
there's
half difference
Oh
between.
no, but they don't have like his height specifications on the wanted poster.
Oh yeah, everything. Tall,
Yeah.
furbolg.
I'm 6 feet tall and I
That's-
can alter by a foot, can't I? Or like
Yay.
5'11". So I could technically
Hey,
make
you know
my
what?
illusion
I'm not
look
trying
5'11".
to distract you
No,
from
no,
doing
no.
something stupid. So
No. I'm just clarifying the rules of the spell. Is I can alter my height within a foot.
yep.
So you could be
Okay.
7 feet tall, which is mad tall.
No. We're this idea workshopping right now.
Yes,
Yeah.
Carver.
One question about that. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What are you gonna do after they realize you're not him?
I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Okay,
That
wait, hold on.
seems really fucking stupid.
Why don't we have
Just saying.
Borbolg make the distraction on the road? The guards are gonna want that 1,500 bounty, more than likely, right?
I mean,
I feel like we're
probably
gonna lose
not,
Kaladin
because
in
they're
that.
being paid.
Yeah,
I
we're gonna
couldn't
lose
mind.
Kaladin in that. I mean,
Yeah.
And they're not guards, they're like private mercenaries for hire.
Sort of not there yet, but
Well,
yeah,
I think
improvising
this is a different problem.
You guys have been
like
in.
I said.
You've been in water deep for over a week now. You know the rules are strict here. You've been bending them. You know, I just I don't want to put you in a position where you don't know.
Don't worry, Andy. We're making poor decisions, fully aware.
Okay.
But we're just talking. We're just talking right now. We're just talking. Nothing's gonna happen right now. All we know is we need to put a pin in good money making opportunity after goals are accomplished.
Hold on, Carver. You
And
said
here's
this
the
is
thing.
the Neverwinter, correct? The High Road.
Yes. But I do
That's-
have a suggestion.
Okay.
Oh,
Please do.
So fireballs in city, bad.
Yes, we
Fireballs
learned that.
in the forest, less bad.
I mean, it depends on your views of
Forest
forest fires, but
fires.
it's workable.
It's fine.
I mean,
There's
my
lots of meat
ancestors
around.
probably wouldn't be cool with that.
It's
but,
whatever.
Someone who we were tracking. They live in Neverwinter, correct?
Cole has been tracking someone and never.
Yeah, I don't think we know about
No,
Yeah.
someone from the Red Lotus.
Oh yes. Yeah. The Crimson Lotus.
Crimson.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and honestly, if I'm tracking someone in Neverwinter, I don't know about that yet.
that. No, you do.
Yeah, you
I
do.
know
You
about
scried
someone
on him twice.
I scried on
Yeah.
someone who I thought was in Icewind Dale. I thought.
No.
You said
Neverwinter.
Icewind Dale and Neverwinter.
Yeah.
I said the northern. It's not Icewind. It's not Icewind.
Oh, okay. I don't know the exact location, anyways. So
Right. Yeah, I guess.
northern. That's all I know.
Yes. The taxi.
Right.
You got that information from the doc. The names you got from the doc were Gears, who provided the
Right.
Crimson Lotus with additional support, and you found out that Gears was from another continent called Eberron, and he brought his
Machines.
beings to Water Deep. And Taxi, who is the teleporter. He's
Right.
the one that gets people around. And Carver, you found out that they were escorting Gears to Thornhold, which is a keep like in the middle between Waterdeep and Neverwinter. A fortress, more so.
So, anyways, like we said, I think bounty is a pinhole. Definitely a good idea. Maybe not a great idea yet, but it's a good idea. But not until we've accomplished the things we need to accomplish.
Right. So we need to pick an ambush site
Yes.
and a distraction,
True.
or just an ambush site and we hope for best. But
well, I mean,
I think
if ambush bottleneck, I can pick off from a distance without really being engaged.
We could make it look like if it's on the road in the woods, we could make it look like a goblin trap of sorts so they get out of the cart. Like, I don't know, like a knocked over tree or ahead of them or something like that. You know,
You
classic
could do.
things. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
classic
know much.
pitfall trap. You guys can do a pitfall trap, right?
It involves a lot of digging. I don't know if I don't see that being our forte. I'm more like social setting distraction.
You're just gonna push over a tree.
Yeah, I mean, I could burn down a tree.
what about ambush? Ambush. How long is the trek from here to Thornhold?
Oh boy.
Couple days.
Yeah, I think it is Waterdeep. Neverwinter is about 300 miles.
Oh,
And, we'll
yeah.
say, and just for rough reference, I don't think I have it on here. We'll say that Thorndeep is probably a third of the way there, so 75 to 100 miles north of you.
Why don't we follow them and dawn attack them. That's when most
Nah.
people are tired and yes,
Has
Carver.
anyone ever tripped a horse?
Tripped a horse or
Wait.
tricked a horse?
Tripped.
Oh yeah.
No.
Got rope, right?
I've seen a horse tripped. I can't say I've ever tripped a horse myself.
Well,
That could work.
tripping a horse is a pretty good way to get them out of their cart.
It's true.
Okay.
True.
Carver, did they say what time of day they'd be leaving?
Evening.
I think the best thing to do would be to stop them outside the gate a bit from the city before they really got far away. So that we're still local, but not following them for 100 miles or
I
whatever.
think we just need to make sure that we're
Here's
out far enough from the city that they
Agreed.
don't take notice.
Yeah, how
how
Carver,
about
about
this idea?
An hour-ish
You
outside
have
of the city. You know, not
you'd
a
have to
view of
you'd
the
have to go
cars on
past
this hour.
you'd have to go past an hour. Toruk, you guys bought a map when you were in the city. You lay it out, and above you you have you guys are like in the northern part of the north ward, and then you have the field ward in between the north ward and the outer walls of the city. And then as you like go scan up a little bit, there is several large towns that surround the north side of the city, agricultural and stuff like that. But it is not like you get outside of the walls and it's desolate.
Wilderness.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. You would have to probably go 2 or 3 hours outside of the city to get to the point where you're far enough away where you're not getting a traffic of carriages and other
But-
travelers.
Oh. I know. What if you all go set up the ambush outside of the city? What? And I will stow away on the cart. And then that way, I can give a signal so you know it's the right one.
I mean, I think that's a well thought out plan. You know, keeps us safe away from harm until it's time to enact our plan.
Well, two
Mhm.
problems with that. We'll have to agree on a designated location so that we know where Carver is at the time, or are we just going to follow the cart the whole time?
We have a map. We can get ahead of it, and then she can get off the cart early enough to get ahead of it and let us know. Or whatever.
Or you just stay like an hour outside the outer wall.
That seems wise.
And
And
then
I'll
follow.
just keep an eye out for the outer wall and then keep an eye on the time.
Okay.
I think it's a solid plan.
We also do have a way to look at where Carver is at,
Right.
see when she's
Right.
coming. If I can get it back, I'm
Huh?
just looking at Cole.
I
They
don't
have
know
the
what you're
item that lets
I don't
them
know.
see
I don't
other
know what you're talking
people.
about. I can only do
Listen.
it once a day though, and if we look at the wrong time, it's useless.
Right, but we can check at least so we
We can
know
at
that
least check
you know,
once.
she wasn't found out.
Sure. See if see where she's at. Say what?
Does anyone have a rag?
Yeah,
A
sure.
rag?
Here. And I'll pull out a rag out of my bag.
Fantastic. Take the rag, I pull out a flask of oil and my tinder box and I go, this'll work fine.
Oh no.
I mean, it saves the spell slots. I like it.
Okay. Like, that works.
I think we're gonna know when she's coming.
Fair. Very fair.
That's a good point.
Okay.
For the ambush itself, what we're gonna do? What do we like? Tree down? Maybe where we're traveling and the tree fell on our cart and we destroy our cart and we're stuck there
Is
and we
the
ask for their
cart
help.
gonna be on fire when it starts coming towards us?
Uh-huh.
I don't think we need to worry about whatever ambush it is. I think at that point,
What?
Well,
When
sure.
are you going to ignite this thing?
I really
Hour
like this plan.
outside of the outer wall.
Okay.
I would
Right.
If-
A
Or
couple hours,
slightly
not that
before.
bad.
I would
2
say
hours.
I would
2
say
hours.
probably outside of the last town that you pass would be a more. I know what I I guess the words don't matter because I know what you're getting at. But an
Yeah,
hour
an
outside the outer
after
wall.
the
Yeah.
last thing, whatever it
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Gonna go, and then another hour, and then we're gone. We're good.
An hour into the forest.
I mean,
There we go.
whose line is it D&D anyways?
So it's morning. You know that. Well, Carver, you just made the trek. It takes probably a carriage and a guards escorting that. It would probably take them 3-4 hours to go from the south part of Del Millington, the south part of Waterdeep to the field ward. On carriage, it's a big city.
Okay.
It would
So
Um,
I guess in about 3 hours, then is when I would take off for their meeting point to try and stow away onto the carriage.
okay.
so
Well, you could.
how much time until we need to head out into the woods?
We should probably go soon.
Yes, Kaladin, I think I'd like to buy you something if that's all right.
Kellen, can't you do what Cole does and change yourself?
For an hour.
I don't think that's too much of an issue. Maybe just to get out of the city.
I mean,
Yeah.
if they stop me, they're racist. Just because I'm a furbolg
That's
doesn't
not, he's
mean
not
I did
wrong,
this horrible thing.
but they still
dare
might
you.
they still might arrest you.
That's fine. I have a disguise kit. I will change. I'm not gonna.
No,
What's the point?
I wouldn't worry about it. Just put
I'll
your hat
just-
down. You're fine.
You're gonna go as you?
A big hat. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Just
good.
go wear
I'd
my
like
hat
to-
down a
Oh, great,
little.
and calling
Kaladin.
Big
calling
hat.
yourself a
It's
troll?
not a marker at all for what you were wearing the
No,
day
no.
before. That doesn't pick
Not
you
at all.
out.
Could
Oh.
I, if
Okay.
you would allow me to, my friend, could I buy you a set of armor?
I would love that.
I think you
I
could
could.
use it.
I could buy me a set of armor.
I mean, you're more than welcome to buy you a set of armor. I
Where
was
am
thinking,
I buying this on?
I was thinking maybe I'd give you my armor. If you're interested.
Why would I? Okay, why would I pay for that?
You don't have to pay for it. I was going to give it to you.
Okay.
Because it helps you swim.
Okay.
And I don't like water.
So shouldn't you be the one that needs the help swimming?
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay. I just want to go find a set
I
of
mean-
studded leather for him. I'm just going to leave.
I'll pay you back.
Sure.
Studded leather.
If you
I
get
think
me
that's the
this,
highest. What?
What?
I was just saying,
Yeah,
I think
that's the
that's the
highest I
highest
can
you
get.
can wear. So, like
Yeah.
me.
Roll me a perception check.
14.
14. It takes you about an hour walking around, asking people, trying to find some kind of leather worker or armor. But you do come across the guy, and he is willing to sell you studded leather. Hold on here, let me look it up.
I'd probably give you some money before you left.
Sure. I'll take whatever money you want to give me.
Here's
60 gold pieces.
69 gold pieces.
I love it. It's good quality?
I made it myself. I've been doing this for a
Yes.
little bit. I consider it
Um,
good. I mean, I've never had anybody come back and say, "Well, this is shitty
you've
leather
never
armor."
had anyone. You've never had anyone come back who's worn your armor.
with a
That's
complaint.
concerning.
With a
Okay,
complaint, smartass.
I was gonna say, if you sell armor and nobody comes back, I'd be a little concerned.
No,
Just,
no.
I'm not trying. I'm not
I've
trying
had
to
people
insult
come
you,
back
I just want to make
multiple
sure.
times, so I just want to make sure
good,
you're not
good.
insulting me.
No, not at all,
65
not at all.
gold pieces.
65.
Yes, 65.
65. Wasn't it just 60 a minute ago?
Oh yeah, but I don't know your tone. It's I don't know. It's something about your tone.
Think about my tone, sir. I just want to make sure that this is for a friend. I just want to make sure that I'm buying him the highest quality. He's a bit of a weakling. I'm just trying to make sure that he's good.
He's gonna point up to a sign that he has hanging, like a wood burnt sign that says, "Trust my word." Hey, I said it was good armor.
All right, I trust that. Could we meet in the middle for 62? Since you're already
Sure.
upcharging me for my terrible attitude, anyways.
Well, I mean, now you're making me feel bad. 60. 60? What? Break it even. Sorry, I'm snippy.
But
I
no,
haven't
sorry,
had
but
my
even
coffee yet.
60.
You know?
Oh, here. No problem. Here's 61. 61. Go buy yourself a coffee.
Oh, that's an expensive coffee. Thank you.
Yeah, well, it's not
Good
my money.
armor.
Thank you, sir.
What size? I got a couple.
Large. Very, very large. He's a big boy.
Just slams it down on the table. It does look, I mean, nothing's polished. You know,
Yeah.
You know, it's not perfect, but it's good armor.
It's fine. It's fine.
You don't feel like you're getting duped
No.
from the armor, at least.
Freaking being a warlock. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you, sir. You kind sir. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Fred's not working for some reason.
Yeah.
Anyways, I will bring back this studded leather armor to Kaladin.
In the meantime,
Bahamut, this is ugly.
Yes. Yeah.
while
Wait,
he's
Jesus.
out, Taruk has the map with Verwin, and he's trying to get Carver's attention. Because he's trying to be smart. Carver, if I may, you don't have to follow them all the way from the south to the north because we're up in the high ward. You could just wait on the high road as they come by, and so you don't have to go all the way down and back up.
Yeah, no, I was going to meet them at their meeting point where they're going to pack all of the bags and stuff, which is closer. And I was going to stow away while they were packing the bags because that's like the.
Okay, I was just thinking you could just jump in the bag like you did with Kaladin, but I mean maybe he's a little bit of an oaf, so you could. I mean, you just stick it as your plane, I guess.
Should one of us at least keep an eye on the situation? I just fear that if Carver gets caught, we're not gonna know about it.
Well, I was just thinking about that as well. I could always fly high recon. I suppose high enough that I look like a regular bird to some folk. Is possible, but I have no way
Pretty high.
of getting back to anyone else though, so I think that'd be a bit of a problem.
I mean, I'm fast, but
Guys, I'll be fine.
We have
I'm very
the
good at
eye.
being unseen.
we have the eye. We have the eye. Just maybe. Yeah. Okay. We'll check in with the eye.
I'm the only one who can use it.
I'll
thought-
bust in the door. That's not true.
It's not cold.
It's 100% true.
Not,
If you
not
used
true
it
at all.
before you got lucky, it's 100% true.
Kaladin, I will give it back to you. You can use it. It's fine.
30. It's true. 30 deception. Everyone believes me.
I mean, you've been around Kaladin enough to know when he's on a roll, like when he's trying to stick something,
Yeah.
and he's sticking
I
it right
believe
now.
you.
You're like,
I
wait a
believe
second.
you. Like if I hadn't used it already.
Yeah,
Right.
no,
Yeah.
My
Good,
head's
good.
hurting at this point because I'm
Cole's
like,
like,
it's all
wait,
Cole, use it, but
what?
yeah, no. You guys,
But I am being totally honest.
yeah.
You seem it. That was very convincing.
Yeah.
Yes. Before we get there, I will retrieve it,
I will use it.
and you will use it. That's fine.
all right. Well,
Here's your armor. It's a bit shoddy. The guy was kind of a prick, but
This
you know,
is disgusting. If you're
Kaladin?
looking for no one to notice me, this is it.
then put it on.
I'm gonna. I can't
Should
believe
we-
I'm gonna wear this.
should we get a move on then?
Freaking prima donna. Yeah, we should get a move on.
It's a little tight in the crotch.
I specifically asked for that. Let's go.
The Taruk makes his good berries in preparation of today's events.
Okay,
Certainly,
okay.
certainly. You know what?
Yeah,
You know
if
what,
there's any
Paladin?
preparing that you guys need to do,
I'm gonna go in the ring. I'm gonna go in the ring now, and I'll get it for you. All right? Will you feel better if you can hold it?
I will.
Great. I think Verwin should hold it, but you get to use it.
I think I should hold it.
I mean, I can if that's what you want me to do.
I think you should. But I'll go in the ring. Verwin, will you hold this ring?
I will hold the
Oh.
ring.
I can communicate with you, Carter. We don't need to use his eye. I will take it and I will use it, but I can just ask if you're okay.
Okay.
Then
I'm
I feel
holding
like
the
But if we
getting-
don't, but if we
But I feel like
But if
getting the
we-
ring. I feel like it's
no,
pointless to go
We
get it
should.
in because I can
No.
only do that. I can only do this once, and then
no.
it's
But
done.
if I wouldn't get a response, then it would be we'd
You're
have
right.
to use the
Okay,
eye.
no, that's convincing. All right, Verwin, please hold on tightly to this.
Got it.
I'm going to use my one use of the day to go into my ring. Purple and red smoke just go around me, and I like genie into the ring.
and
Fucking weird.
laying on the couch with his big fat Cuban, like a halter top, kind of sloppy, just slung over in pure enjoyment. This is chaos.
Eleazar.
I
Have you
mean,
seen
if
that
nothing
orb that I
else,
put away?
this you might be the most amusing person that I've had to encounter. I'm enjoying. I'm sitting back and watching you guys go. It was a nice trick you did with the fire.
I'm
Like-
glad it won your approval, though I hope in the future I am more useful than your amusement.
Well, I mean, you're kind of dragging your feet right now, but I'm not complaining. The chaos is what I like.
Unfortunately, I'm not quite powerful enough yet to not have companions. So, an orb. Orb. I left an orb here last time. Have you seen it?
Yeah, yeah. Your chair.
Oh, good. I need to
Lift up the cushion.
ponder- ponder
there.
my orb, if you will.
All right.
All right. All right. Do you know what? I've got a question for you, Master Eleazar. Do you know what that stuff was?
What stuff?
That stuff. You saw this. Were you there? You were there. Yeah, I heard
I
it.
mean, sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm not. I just kind of tune
yeah,
in
I
like
noticed.
a remote, like TV.
I don't
know?
know what the
I
fuck you're
surf,
talking about,
I
but
surf the channels.
right. No idea what you're talking about. But I found this vial and I like breathed in this dark smoke and then I passed out.
I mean,
I feel different. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel different. I feel changed. That wasn't you?
No, and don't stray off the path, Alistar.
No, of course not, Master.
We have a deal. I do not
Under-
like reminding you, but I will if I have to.
And I you.
Huh?
Deal. I said, and I you, sir. The deal will go both ways.
Hmm?
Power for accomplishments. And I will not disappoint.
Flips a couple
Well,
more pages.
Thank you for my orb.
Yep. Well, I guess I won't see you today again, but be safe.
Have any more of those? I've never had an elemental cigar.
Yeah. He ain't
And
even-
I'll like produce flame and light it, and then come out of the ring with a cigar in my hand and the orb in my hand.
As right as you're coming out, I'm like, Wild Mother, how long does it take to get this?
You don't... Thank you, Varen. I'll take that back.
Here you go.
So
I'll look at it, and I'll look at Kaladin. I still want to use this, and I toss it to him.
you catch it. Make a Constitution saving throw, Cole.
Ooh. Oh, no, my dice. Ah! Okay.
Dice tower.
Oh, you failed me. That's a 1.
Yeah.
For plus
For the next
3, so 4.
So for the next hour, your movement speed is halved,
Oh shit.
and you have disadvantage on all checks but perception, which you have advantage on. You are wrecked off your ass.
This was not just a cigar. All right. Sweet.
I'm like, ooh, let me try. I
No. I didn't give
I'm way
it
too
to
tall for you.
no, fuck you. I will do an opposed check to keep that away from you, which I have disadvantage on.
I will gladly do this. What am I rolling?
Oh, I rolled a natural 22, but not 2 of them. Dex plus 1. It's a 14.
What am I rolling?
Dex, I guess, because you're trying to grab it out of my hand.
Sleight of hand?
Yeah.
I mean, you're obviously doing it.
Yeah, I would say acrobatics or dex base.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do. It's 15.
15. Enough. You get it.
Strong shit, man.
Roll Constitution saving throw.
I do take it back and I put it out.
Okay.
That is 5.
You're such a
Same.
dick, Noah.
Now you have
Yeah.
2 stoners
Fuck.
for the next
Okay.
hour.
Before you two use that again, maybe we should get the fuck on the road.
No, let's go. I did not know that. I did not. I apologize. I had no
Keep
idea what that
that
was.
thing.
I had no idea what that was.
Cole,
This
can I
is-
see that, please?
Nope. This
Can I
is
have that?
dangerous. I'll put it in my bag. I'll put it in my bag.
I should have it.
I think
I want that one.
would be responsible, Verwin.
I have a
Just-
pharmacy department in my
Dude,
bag.
seriously.
I want to
Crass
know.
was here. He would be cool.
Alrighty then.
Taruk is visibly
I'm half
annoyed.
tempted to have you roll wisdom saving
That was
throw, but I'm gonna hold off.
For what? Wait. Oh, for him?
Me.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I'm gonna hold off. Before you guys leave your house, what gear are you bringing with you, and or are you leaving any gear at the house, or are you taking full travel stuff?
I travel pretty light, so I'm keeping whatever I have on me. I just have a bag of a few things.
I have.
I've got no weapons, no,
Right.
I have my coat and then my pack that I always carry with me that has like my books in there. So I think I do have
So
most of my gear.
right. Yeah. Okay. I
Um,
want to know. I want to
yeah.
kind of track that because
Look like a traveler.
yes.
Man. I should have known if Andy was smoking something in game, in or out. It was something like that.
No.
All right, let's go. Good thing we got a head start.
You guys are splitting up. Carver, you're heading down to get into the storage, and you guys are heading north out through the field ward.
Is there any vendors, like food vendors?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna snag something for Kaladin and I on the way.
There's
I'm thinking like meat
different
sticks.
kinds of
like a
jerky.
a lizard on a stick.
Yeah, there's jerky. I mean jerky.
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 No, I want
there
like
is-
a roasted lizard.
Oh,
Like that's the best. That's visually what's in my head right now. Or like a,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, or like a rat,
Yes,
or I
find
don't
a
know.
s-
That's like
You actually find one guy that is
Beef on a stick.
selling snakes.
Oh
Oh,
hell yeah!
Ooh, yeah.
I'll buy some snakes.
Yeah, cooked snake.
Snake on a stick. All right, Calvin, here,
Yeah.
man, try this. You gotta try this.
It's like
Ooh.
you as you say you want like a snake on a steak. He like reaches down on the ground and picks up a twig and just starts like shoving this cooked snake on it like a kebab.
Calvin,
my
are
God.
Calvin, you're seeing that, right?
Ow.
Some crazy shit.
Oh my
All right,
God.
let's go.
all right,
keep
you two,
going.
come on.
Just mutilating our food.
As the five of you make your way through the gate that leads from the north ward to the field ward, you enter what is like almost a large garrison. The field ward is packed with City Watch and Lord Alliance soldiers. You make your way about 4 blocks into it until Verwin and Toruk, you start to feel like you're being followed. You can see
Stay with-
the big main gates that lead outside of Waterdeep, probably another half a mile, 4 or 5 minutes away, off in the distance. But you definitely have a couple people you're picking up, like your spidey senses tingling, as these two guys are stumbling and eating food and not being, you know, any kind of stealthy or normal even at this point.
Brooke, stay with them. And Andy,
Mm.
can I do that thing like you see in movies where like you see someone standing there the 1 second, then someone walks by and then they're gone?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I
You
would like to
wait.
kind of disappear out of sight.
So
real quick.
roll me a stealth check, please.
Kaladin, I think that armor looks really good on you. You look
Does it?
you look rugged.
I think it makes me look fat.
Do you say we're in the
No.
field ward?
No.
You yeah
Please stop
you.
I think it does.
All right.
No.
So you
If
wait.
anything, your hat makes you look fat.
You wait until that second where you are about to pass like a building that sticks a little bit out over the road, and there's a little alleyway and shadows, and you just take a step back into the side, and the three of you are like, Toruk, I guess you would be the first one to notice that Verwin isn't gone, but you get the sense of being followed. You're just kind of now the babysitter for these two guys for about another 25 minutes.
And I'd like to make a perception check to see who's kind of following and
Yeah,
Hey,
go for it.
Taruk, how old are you?
Your mom?
16.
Sorry, that was rude. That was rude.
Well, so my folk aren't really long-lived like humans. I guess we're sort of like a half-life to human lifespan. So I'm sort of like a young adult in human aspects, you could say.
Right, but
Are you
how many years?
Hold on.
You guys come from eggs?
16.
Like birds?
Yes.
Oh.
Those must be huge.
Yeah, probably.
I'm technically
That omelet.
4 in your years.
Jesus.
We
Dude,
grow
I
we
think
grow
our-
fast.
I like quite
Our
not, like,
average
super loud.
age is slowly going down.
Dude, we're hanging out with a toddler.
Are we pervs?
What? Do you think of him that way?
I smacked the back of Cole's head with my bow. Just
No.
Oh.
No.
I'm right here,
That's-
you idiot.
Literally child abuse.
I think you've got it the wrong way.
I don't know.
Verwin.
Yeah, let's go.
What was your perception?
16.
16? Okay. What you see is 2 City Watch, leather armor, a short bow across the back, and a short sword on each side, and a human in between them that has a bit of like a popcorn nose, like purpled, and like a very squiggly thin mustache. He is in noble clothes, but donning the same colors of the city watch. I mean, actually, I'd say you're familiar enough with the Lord Alliance. This is an inspector or a detective or someone. And as you're looking at them, at that point, he turns his eye right to you and sees you, and you just like spin around. He pays no attention. Just that awkward
Right.
across the street eye contact that you make with someone when you're out shopping, and continues along the state, and they'll walk by you, and you hear him just stay close, don't let them get out, and he does this little whistle and does this wave, and you can see off probably another 40 feet across the road, another guy comes out and just kind of starts walking along along the way.
Okay, I'd like to once they pass me, come out of the alley and kind of stealthily follow them.
Okay.
Um, but to like close enough to the point where like if they go to approach, uh, my party, I want to intervene before they have the opportunity to approach them.
Okay. So I mean, I'm gonna say let's go to Carver. As you guys come towards the end of your time under this effect, approach probably 4 or 5 blocks from the outer gate. You're following them. Verwin, you definitely feel like they're trying to get an eye on the party, but it definitely looks like they're having a problem. Because their perception checks are dog shit. So they're not confirming anything right now. But let's cut scene before we get to break time to Carver. Easy enough, you make it down to Orm's hideout. You see the carriage and 3 bodyguards, 2 on the front getting the horses connected, another one bringing out a couple boxes for am I missing something good in the chat? Is that what it is? I mean, none of you seem like you're paying attention to me right now, so
I'm paying attention.
yeah. Let's see.
Totally paying attention.
Yeah. Okay. As you approach to try to find out how you want to conceal yourself, you see the double doors open up from the hideout, and you see Eugene with his goggles, his many layers, his leather gloves, and a bandolier of vials. You know that he is an alchemist. And then you see him get off the porch, walk down a couple steps, turn around and call to Trayden, and he's like, "Yes, 1 second." And are you guys ready? And he yells in, "Hold on!" And you can hear some rustling coming from inside, and then the doors open, and there's 2 larger, one human, like large human figure, and another one's a half orc, dragging a blindfolded, cuffed human. And they drag him. His feet and the hands are bound behind, like his hands are bound behind his back, and his feet at the ankles. And they drag him up. And as you're trying to find this moment of concealment, you have a moment of recognition. And you know who that is. You can hear from the vocal cords of his gagged mouth as he's just making a little bit of it's all too familiar. They put him up into the carriage, and you can hear like a cage is locked. And Trayden says to Eugene, All right. If we leave in a half an hour, we will hit the shift change at the field ward gate. That will provide us enough hesitation by them to get through quickly. 30 minutes, guys. And you see 3 of them go back into the house. Eugene, Tradon, and another individual. The big human and the half orc stand out like as guards, and you still have the 2 people up front hooking up 2 horses. So what would you like to do as this scene is laid up upon you? How do you want it?
Did any of the bodyguards stay outside or stay with the cart or go into the cart with them?
Not into the cart. From your perspective, like, I want to say you're like at a 40, like on the back quarter looking at the carriage, so you can kind of see into the carriage. The 2 bigger guards that were dragging that guy are standing like within 10 feet of the back of the carriage. They don't look, I mean, you're good at reading these situations. I mean, you see one, like the half orc, so, oh, wait, and he goes, slap, and he slaps the back of the human's head, and he turns around and he's got a fly. See, what the fuck do that for? And he pushes him off, and it's just like a little back and forth. They're just kind of dumb muscle.
I'm going to try to take that opportunity of him smacking the human and them being distracted by each other to try to sneak in that back window that I can see inside the cart.
Okay.
And I want to try and unlock the cage.
Okay, roll me a stealth check, please.
That's a 25.
Easy enough. Get in. The cage has like a big padlock with like a skeleton key, almost like a old Victorian house for us. It's huge in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
You pull out your thieves' tools and just wedge them in there. Go ahead and roll me a lockpicking check, please.
22. 18 plus proficiency.
Yeah. You find the one weakness and just kind of put your hip, like your shoulder, into like a half body turn to get the gears to maneuver because of the size of this lock. Mm-hmm. And it opens and turns to the side.
Okay. I want to keep it so that it looks like it's unlocked, but it looks like it's still in the same position.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So that hopefully they don't notice that there's like this much of a gap between like the locking mechanism.
Okay.
And then I just want to be like, hey, it's me. Don't freak out. It's okay. You gotta stay in here a little while, okay? But when people start screaming and things start to feel really hot, I need you to push this door open and get out of here, okay?
And you just see the head like turn to you and like kind of go down in a bit of like what you would imagine as humiliation, embarrassment, being captured. Carver?
Yeah, it's me. It's okay. I'm gonna get you out of here, okay? I've already got a plan, and there's some people waiting for us outside of town. I didn't really think you'd be here, but that's fine. It's all good. We'll get you out of here, okay? I need to set the cart on fire, though, all right?
I don't like the sound of that.
I will stay close by, and I will make sure that this lock comes off. Okay. It's already open. Okay?
Be careful.
You too. And Is there somewhere inside of the cart that I can obscure myself?
There's a bunch of boxes and bags. I mean, it is for them. Like even with the carriages, this is a journey. So there's a bunch of supplies. Make an investigation check, actually.
Fantastic. That wasn't fantastic. 17.
Lots of food, rations, dry. There is some fruit. You do find like one longer box that has like a chunk of like pallet wood that it's like put together with that's missing that you could like tuck in behind, and where it's at would make you almost invisible if someone came from the back of the carriage and peeked in.
Okay, does this
It-
look like it's the carriage that Eugene will be seated in?
Um,
Like, does this look fit for traveling inside of, or is this just stowage?
this is stowage. This is mostly stowage or like ruffian, maybe some bodyguards. It doesn't look like Eugene would be in this one, but I mean, when you're trying to get out of the city, you got what you can pay for, and this is what he could pay for. So
Was there a second carriage, or was this the only one?
this was the only one.
Okay, then I will obscure myself in here.
Okay. And
I don't want to be inside of a box, though, because if I'm inside of a box, somebody
Yes.
might sit on it, and I might not be able to get out.
okay. But I would say the way it is organized and with your size, it would be very easy for you to find total concealment from at least from the back door.
Okay, can I make a stealth roll to make sure that I stay concealed through the journey?
Yep.
That is a 23.
25.
23.
And with that, let's go to break. Take 10 minutes and we'll pick up as you guys yeah. Fun times. Wee-hee. All right.
Rolled
Oh,
another
okay.
natural 20. I'm so wasting this.
You also rolled like 5 dice.
No, it was just 2.
As we come back, Carver, you are secured in the carriage. After probably another 25 minutes, the gate opens, and the 2 guys that were hooking the horses up, like squish in there, kind of hit the cage at the the prisoner and chuckle a little bit, and have some very annoying, stupid boy talk about what they're gonna do when they get to Thornhold. You know, this is a unexpected payday for them, so they are a bit eager.
Orc's gonna get his tusk pierced. Guy's gonna get a bath.
Carver sees this as an extremely fascinating anthropological study.
Also, from where you are tucked in, you can see out the front flap, and it appears that Tradon and Eugene are going to be commanding the riding up front with and steering the carts, commanding the horses. You don't see where the other 2 bigger, dumber guards are, but you would imagine they're probably just walking along. They were pretty big. So as you start the journey up through the city in the cart, we go back to the other group. You get about 3 blocks away from the gate, close enough where you can see that everything coming in at this moment, like you can see a line going from the gate out. It's like they're inspecting everybody coming into the city, but going out seems they're not inspecting, they're not asking questions to anybody that's on foot, at least. But as you guys make it another block, Cole and Kaladin, you kind of come to. You've eaten enough food at this point where your buzz is worn off. You know, you feel like a little. You know, you feel like you get your movement back, but you're, you know, well, actually, you know.
Cal, I'm so sorry. I did not know what that was.
That was awesome.
Are you
It's
boys
not
coming back
wise.
now?
Yeah, we're almost there. We're almost there. It's not so loud.
So if I may, since your conscience is back here, we're slightly being followed.
Conscience or consciousness?
Sorry, this whole speaking your language is a bit
Probably both.
bollocks. The Verwin is tracking some 2 people that are following us. So we have to find a way to
Turn around.
Yeah.
Cal, stop.
And right there, the inspector points at Kaladin. That's him. Get him.
So
Get him. Get him.
Cal,
And you
I just-
see
and-
a dozen
I just
guards.
turn invisible.
Okay.
And I run and hide.
They
I just turn
and
invisible and I run and hide.
all right, you got invisible for 6 seconds. So let's see here. I totally set up the other
No.
map, being
I
a
just, like-
foolish guy. I had the
Totally.
No, that doesn't mean
Hold on a
anything. Doesn't
second.
mean anything.
hold
Yeah,
on
we're
one
not
second.
fighting that.
Let me compose myself for 1 second, please,
Okay.
because I was in a different mindset than.
Oh, I had a
than what-
totally different plan too, Andy.
I rolled a natural 20 on my perception check for the inspector, and Kaladin turned around. So he is spotted. That it is confirmed.
They got wrong.
But make a perception check, Kaladin.
Okay.
Let's
Does
see.
anyone know,
Let's see if you can find a spot for your big, goofy
Yeah.
body to at least.
Perception 14.
14. What's your movement? Trying to get.
30.
Let me Let me draw that. I literally just took down this because I was like, it's going good for them. We're not gonna need to have this battle map for tonight. And stupid. So here,
Oh,
Is
no.
we're in a crowd.
it is getting crowded as you're coming to that large open section by
The courtyard
main
area.
castle gates where people are coming in and out. There is guards. There's all kinds of street vendors.
I
Some
have an idea
businesses.
of what I want to do, but I want you to continue what you're doing
Yep.
first.
What's your movement? Just so I can give you like a
30
realistic
feet.
30 feet?
Mine's 30 as well.
So
Okay.
so like with a dash. I don't know. I could dash as well because it's only a bonus action. So I could go 60 feet.
What's the what is going invisible? Is that your action or bonus
The
action?
bonus action.
Bonus action. All right. So I would say you can make it out the gate would be real close because you're about
probably
65 feet,
Okay.
60 feet away from the gate. You know, so you could probably make it there, but then you're going to you would be visible, but you would be
I probably wouldn't
60
go for
feet
the
away.
gate. I'd go for like
There's
a pile of
houses
crates
and
or, like-
warehouses to the left and the right and street
Out.
vendors.
yeah. If I can find like an open window.
If I can get behind somebody, I want to do something as well. But again,
Yeah. Well, you so invisible and you dart to an alleyway. You don't find a window big enough for you to jump through. All right.
Fair.
Let's be real, but you do find a place to duck and be a little bit more secure. Please roll me a stealth check with advantage because you are invisible.
did I notice if
Okay.
they clocked me or if they just clocked him?
You don't notice yet. They clocked him right off the bat.
Okay. What I'd like to do is if I can find like a vendor or something to go behind. I don't know if I can.
Yeah, if you're trying to disguise, it is going to be very, very hard. You can go ahead and roll me a stealth check if you would like to do that. But there are now 40 guards, with eyes tuned to this situation as the inspector has been called out.
I guess I'll try a stealth roll because I do want to disguise self. I don't have disadvantage on stealth anymore though.
No, that's faded.
That's a 17 with +1.
Yeah.
Plus
I mean,
1, I think.
you feel like this is good for you, but as like you find a spot, you make eye contact with a couple people that aren't a couple guards, not necessarily pressing on you, but they notice. I rolled 2 natural 20s for my perception checks with the guards there.
Nice.
Sorry, Cal. I can't do what I want to do.
Hey, no, that's all right. I got a
there,
natural 20 on my stealth, so I like jump in a dumpster.
yeah. Behind like a couple hay wagons, and just
Sure.
just blend
Assassin's
in.
Creed it.
Full on
Yep.
Assassin's Creed, yes.
Yeah.
Are there like groups of people moving or crisscrossing the path or anything like that?
It's a bit chaotic as like the guards just kind of like burst into where your group was and kind of scattered people a little bit, but now they're filtering away as the guards are like, no, don't worry about it. Keep moving, keep your day on, and they're just directing traffic as this guy is fucking looking.
I'm assuming Taruk sees Kaladin and then Alistair, are you like walking off or are you trying
I just kind of walked off and tried to hide behind a vendor, but I got a clock that people were noticing me. So I just kind of pretend to look around and come back around to see if they're paying attention to me.
What I want to do is walk one direction towards a group of people that are going this way, and as soon as I go whoop, and then I go with them. And I rolled would that be a stealth? You want to stealth that one?
To like tuck in with another group?
Tuck in with a group.
Okay, so like kind of spread out.
Yeah, like if they're tracking me thinking I'm walking left, I am encountering this group and all of a sudden I'm not going left anymore, but they think I am. So that was Let's
see.
That's a 25.
25. All right. they weren't even tracking you to begin with. Their eyes were more peeled on the tall creature that matched a similar description.
Yeah, and I'm kind of short too.
Yeah, you're short. So it's easy enough for you. Same with you, Verwin. You were behind them, so like you kind of see this. You see like Cole and
I'm just
Kaladin
standing
like
there. Everybody, Kaladin's gone, Verowin's gone, Taruk's gone. I'm just like
Yeah.
this vendor, like where the and my passive perception's like 10.
Yeah.
I'm literally just like, where
Yeah.
the fuck is everyone?
Where's Is Carver just? Oh,
No,
Carver's
she's
gone.
on that. She's
Yeah,
not with
yeah,
us.
that's right.
She's
All right, well,
maneuvering up through the trade ward currently.
That's right.
I'm
But
gonna
all of
keep
this
going
is
towards the
burning
gate and
time.
hope that everybody's good. I'm just gonna head towards the gate and hope
Head
everything's good.
Okay, easy enough. You make it through the gate.
Cool. I'm gonna just keep going and then like wait at a certain point to see if everybody continues with me.
You see a like a street magician doing like card and coin tricks for like he's got like 6 or 7 kids around him like he's pulling coins from behind their ears and like it's a lot of very basic.
Can I tell if it's just sleight of hand or if it's like actual magic?
With your passive insight, you can tell he is just he's manipulating a situation. Yeah, I mean, even if yours is 10,
it's a 13. My insight's a 13.
Yeah. But yeah, he is targeting kids that aren't as insightful.
When I walk by, I want to make it sound like with prestidigitation that he farted.
All the kids start laughing and he looks around and he's like and he pulls out this like rubber bag almost like one of the fart boxes and tries to make it look like he did it on purpose or he did it at all, but he's a complete bullshitter.
Magician. Okay, I'll keep an eye on him and just wait to see if I see anyone recognizable.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Gonna continue to like crowd surf his way to the gate.
Okay.
Crowd surfing.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, like,
yeah.
Okay.
Like when you're trying to cross the street and like Broadway.
Yeah.
One of those things.
So if I wait for long enough, does anyone come around? Does anyone find me? I'm just I'll sit there for a bit and just.
If you're staying still, I'm not gonna have you roll another check. You found the hay bale. You can even conceal yourself a little bit, so when the invisibility wears off, you're not completely invisible. Because you're not dumb. So you would prepare yourself for that.
After a bit, and I feel good, I'll disguise self into like a farmer. I'll get a piece of straw from the hay bale I'm in, put it in my mouth. Got the big classic straw hat.
All right.
And then I'll just kind of saunter out, act normal.
And
start
Verwin,
walking towards the gate.
Where are you in this?
I'll just walk out the gate.
Just walk out the gate.
Oh,
you catch
Taruk Verowin.
Yeah, you catch like a snap of the fingers by Cole and a fart sound from the magician as like all the kids start laughing and stuff and catch up with Cole.
Can I use prestidigitation to it says a small mark or symbol. I'm trying to think of. Oh, it says a non-magical trinket that I can fit in my hand. It doesn't have to be in my hand. So if he ever does any card tricks or like find the ball trick, when he lifts up a cup, I want to illusionary like whatever it is underneath the cup that gets picked if it's not the right one, and then have him pick up the other one and have them be 2.
Okay.
Kind of fuck with him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Just confuse the hell out of him. Like a kid guesses it wrong, and I'm like, no, it's right.
Yeah, it's right. And after like they pull out a couple, like the kids are like, kind of like start questioning his ability, and you see him like starting to lose their attention. It's like this is and a couple walk away. But with your disguise, what's your DC? Paladin.
Mine is 16, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually, hold on. Let me pull up this guy's sheet. Fucking stepping my
Oh, boy.
inspector game up. I talked to Jeff.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
You know it's bad when you talk to Jeff.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, no, there are there. You will answer for your crimes, and I need to get better at this. And this, let's see here, skills, Arcana. Nope,
Make you better.
nope. He doesn't notice you.
I look him right in the eyes and I'm just like,
Yep. And
tip my hat and
Good
keep
day,
walking.
sir.
pays like
Good day, sir.
just a little attention, but then like keeps turning his head, and he's like sending the guards now out to do that. Actually exit the alleyway. Two of them like go over to the cart and start pushing through the straw, and nothing. You make
Marilyn,
your way.
have we seen our friend?
I start walking up to him. Hello
No.
there, folks.
Hello, sir.
How you doing today?
Is it? It's an insight check, or what is it? An intelligence check?
It's an investigation, I think.
I know Kaladin enough that I want to investigate this stranger who just came up to talk to me. Ooh, I feel like
Arcana.
it's a straight 15. Oh, I thought it was investigation.
Is it an investigation?
Yeah,
I would
it
think
is.
Well, guess
that-
what? It's the same for me, so 15.
Okay.
Nope.
Yep.
This is a normal dude.
Hello,
How y'all doing today?
sir. Can I help you?
You headed out? I'm looking for some traveling partners.
No, we're good.
Seem like some mighty fine folks. This is Noah laughing. I'm perfectly fine.
Marilyn, are we leaving?
You know, I heard my
Yeah, let's
sister the
go.
other day was telling me about some weirdo folks out here. I started walking behind them. I like following them.
Yeah, just following them as you guys make your way outside of the gates into this larger town where it's more agricultural immediately, and a little bit more rundown. Wooden houses and like the carts are pulled by a person or a single horse. They're smaller. You can make your way through that town,
Hey,
and
Taruk,
This is more my style.
how many good berries do you have?
Oh, I've got about 10.
I have 4.
Yeah, okay. There you
Marilyn
go.
punched me in the face earlier. Still,
Fair.
A bit top you off then.
yeah, that topped me off. I'm at full health now. Thank you.
A little
My
weary of
nose
your
just-
travels.
My nose just goes back into place finally.
yeah.
This is mighty fine looking berries.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Hey, son, your britches are falling down.
So I
Isn't he Donald Ducking it? I just pointed to Rook.
my passives are really high. My passive perception and investigation. I've got an 18 and a 19.
Oh, I think your passive beats it.
Yeah.
So
You can
Yeah.
see through.
My passive
This-
does too.
Yeah.
You guys
Both of
just
you.
let me believe this is some
Yeah.
stranger.
Oh,
the whole
100%.
time. Like, guys,
100%.
why are we okay with this old man following us?
Yeah. So for the next 59 minutes, you guys let this guy follow you outside the walls through this town, and just as you make your way to the other side, where the high road funnels down into just a dirt beaten path, the trees start to cascade, wrapping around into a good forest. That's when your spell fades, Kaladin.
You know
Man,
what?
it's
You know what?
colder than a witch's tit out here.
You know, if you're a guard, you have to tell me.
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I revert back. I revert back and I don't realize it. Man, gosh darn. Wow. What's your name?
Fuck off, Kaladin.
Fixes his hat.
Yeah.
It's really frustrating being able to deceive almost anyone, but not
And
being able to figure out a lie.
Yeah. Especially when you got two people that you're traveling
Like,
with that see
I'm
through
s-
anything.
But Cole is so good at lying, but he cannot decipher a lie.
Uh, so, what position are you guys looking for? Tell me what you're looking for in a spot.
About an hour away
Okay.
from wherever
Right, Rich-
we are now.
Okay. So why don't actually whoever's looking, give me a perception check.
Me.
Everybody can look if they want. I don't care how you
sure.
do it. Doesn't bother me.
I'm looking.
Oh,
Bad.
Just leads to more inner dilemmas.
24.
24. Kaladin,
13.
Taruk,
I got a 16.
16. All of you start to notice, probably about at that hour mark, there's less travelers. You do also notice that the sun is starting to come down on the other side of the sky. You can assume by this point that Carter is probably on the way. So you have a couple hours to prepare yourselves for whatever ambush you would like to lay. So you find a nice thick wooded spot that breaks down to probably a trail that has a slight curve into it, about 20 feet wide. It is pretty flat right here, though. You don't see like a lot of hills or anything like that to use as your advantage. But how would you like to prepare for this? I gotta check chat because you guys are all giggling.
Oh, we're
Alright.
just making jokes.
All right, guys, what's the plan?
Once we're kind of in a spot like where we want to be, I'm gonna cast Sending to Carter. I'm just gonna say, hey, we're in position. Where are you at? What's your ETA? Whatever. Just what's up?
Do I have to say it out loud to respond?
Yeah,
I don't. Let me look.
Yeah, it's
I
just
think-
like message.
yeah. I think
It's
you do.
just extreme message.
I'll try to just like into my clothes a little bit and just. Can't talk.
She's alive.
All right.
That's really all I got.
I mean, we're doing better than we thought we would.
Yeah.
Did we think she was going to die?
I honestly thought she was going to die, but she's. I mean, we just met her. I wasn't too concerned. Not
If
like
you
you guys.
assume
Guys are my
disappointment,
friends.
then you're
Yeah.
never disappointed.
Exactly. That was
Uh-huh.
oddly wise, Kelly.
I'm a wise man. I'm a wise cow.
So
So, what sort of trap do we want to set up here, boys?
yeah, here.
Oh, I could disguise myself and be a
see
hurt
here.
person or an old lady, and then dress myself up like an old lady, and then when they come up to be like, "Oh, old lady," I'm like, "Ha! It's me!" and I'll stab them.
We'd have horses drawn in the carriage, so
I mean, I could blow their horses up, I guess. But
I
Carver's
thought-
in the cart now, so I
She's
feel
a-
like we
yeah, we're
already
already setting it on
already
fire.
established-
Different
we already
way.
established that I'm not blowing up any carts when my friends are nearby.
Right.
Do we-
Also, isn't Carver giving the signal? There's no reason for us to lay a trap.
Right, you're right.
Do-
We're waiting for a burning cart.
Well, I mean,
Do we-
like we should
You could
set
try to
up
help the
something,
burning
though.
cart.
Right, but we have to
We-
wait.
Yeah, I don't think
We
there's
wanna
really much
stop
we
the
can
cart
do.
coming out of
somehow, right?
nowhere. We're here to help. Yeah.
I don't think there's much we could do. I mean, Taruk always can take to the skies, and
I think that's
We
smart.
just have to.
We should
be on-
stop the cart
actually,
somehow, right?
Ooh,
through.
Do you
oh,
want to?
you already used your freaking disguise.
I did.
I could pose as a guard.
Do we
like a
want to
city
find
guard.
a log somewhere and have it held up with a bit of rope and fell it?
Do we
In,
do we have that much time? Like you wanna like Return of the
In a
Jedi
few
Ewok
hours.
it?
I'm gonna
'Cause then I
say
think we
that
might crush Carver.
you
no,
probably
I mean like fell a piece of like the hold up a log and then have it fall down in front of the cart when
We
I mean
could do that.
I've
You
got
guys-
100.
How strong are you?
But we're
you guys
waiting-
have at least an hour to plan this.
All right,
So-
But
this is
we're
fine.
waiting for her signal, so it's hard. We don't know exactly where or when.
we
she's
don't
going
really
give
want to
it.
set things off before they get here.
Right.
Well, right, but we should. I think what we should get is something to stop the cart because if she lights it on fire and it just keeps going,
That's a good point.
so we
think-
should.
I don't think we
we
can-
should figure that out.
I don't think we can. Yeah, let's cut a tree down. Let's cut a tree down. Let's cut some trees down. Block the path.
All right. So you're gonna, what trees do you want to cut down here?
All of them.
Where they're gonna be coming from this the back
You're like in the middle there.
in the middle.
Might I
like-
say, before we cut
Yeah.
down these trees,
Huh?
there may be other people using this. And if we
Yeah,
stop
it's
them
fine.
here, it's going to be more people around when we
Hmm.
ambush this cart.
You're not wrong.
Right.
I feel like we should just wait.
Agreed. That's the plan.
Well,
that we
let's set
had,
up
it's the
some
plan
good
that we
hiding spots then.
use.
Yes, let's find some hiding spots.
Let's just find some really
Great
good hiding
idea.
spots.
I will
I can-
sit under this tree.
You're gonna sit.
Right here. No, the curved
What?
one with the big where Kaladin is. Where Kaladin
Let's
is.
find some really good hiding spots.
I'm just gonna dude,
sit
I'm not
under this
good at
tree.
hiding. I'm gonna sit under this tree and just look like a hobo on the road.
Okay. Are you guys gonna stay in the back, or is there anywhere else? I put a top-down camera on the stream if you want to see, but I don't think I have the appropriate lighting because it's a little pixelated.
Okay.
The
I mean, I'm
Trook's gonna
hiding.
be. Yeah, Trook's gonna be in a tree.
Yeah. Which side would you like to be on?
I'm gonna be on Verwin's side because he's my best buddy.
Okay. And whereabouts on this? Back or in the middle or?
a tree back from Verwin, so I
Okay.
have more distance from wherever the cart's coming from.
I'm gonna set up Cinder to be up near the front of that forest.
Okay.
And the whole time while I'm like under the tree, I'm just gonna be looking through Cinder's eyes to get if I get a first shot glance at when the cart comes.
What's your range to see through Cinder?
It's like 100 feet or something like that.
Okay, so here, this
Let me
is
double
this
check it,
is
but I'm
huge.
pretty sure it's like 100.
So there's 60.
I think it is.
So you can get to like right over here. He's tucked in. Like I'll put him out in the center so you can see, but almost completely to the back of this. It gives you a 100-foot jump. Kaladin, are you gonna stay where you are?
I'm gonna go. 1 second. Let me look up the range of something. Okay. I'm gonna go like towards the middle and on the. I'll stick on the left side.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and keep as close to the road as I can, though.
Okay. How far from
yeah.
Cole do you want to be? Is there a distance like 30, 60
Uh,
feet?
Yeah, let's keep. I think that's fine. I think that's
Okay.
all right.
And Verowin.
And then I'm just gonna take plenty of time to make sure I'm well covered and
Yeah. I mean, just hiding. Probably in.
Like
yeah,
in the back, or you want to be in the middle? Like
in the middle's good. I
Okay.
want to have a clear sight of the road at least.
Okay.
So I can see when the cart's coming.
so we'll put you up like where the path bends a little bit behind there's a
Perfect.
big tree which is almost directly across from where Kaladin is, and you can see Cole's mini dragon just hanging off and the trees.
Like a bat,
Yeah.
just upside down.
I need everybody to make me a stealth roll, please.
Do I need to make a stealth roll for me?
I would. I mean, you can choose not to if you don't want to, but there is.
Sure. I'll try to be like inconspicuously leaning against a tree, but
Okay, as a cart with a couple people guiding it is just coming through as you guys are finding your spots. Couple
I
weary
think it's a 13
travelers.
for me.
13? Okay.
I'm not like trying to hide. Just
Yeah.
look. I want to look as inconspicuous, like a hobo leaning against a tree.
All right.
I rolled bad and got
natural-
an 11.
Okay. Yeah, but
Natural
you're
20 for a 28.
perfect. It's like you
And
you like wrap your way around the tree as this carriage just comes through. It is not the carriage, or there has been no signal, but it just passes through. Kaladin, what was yours?
13.
13. Okay, yeah. They don't pay any attention to all of you go through.
As sort of a backup in case I am found, I just take out like a bottle of whiskey and like set it next to me and like pour it on me. So if they do see me, I just look like I'm totally passed out.
Passed out. That's kind of the what I'm going for too. Just kind of laying
It's
there.
like it's more of a backup plan. Like if they
Yeah,
do
yeah.
see me and they like look at me and really, maybe they'd think that.
Carver, you make it through the gates too easy, almost like there's a lack of guard presence, as they have been drawn to search the city elsewhere. You hear the village, the town that you go through, and all of the ambience of a town starts to fade, and your internal clock starts clicking, waiting for that time. Let's say about this time, your pseudo dragon sees. Actually, let me make this point. As soon as you're out of the town and you start heading into the forest, Carver, the carriage stops. The two guards in the back. Oh, it's our time. Fucking woods. Never know what's going on in them. They take their like butt of the sword and they hit the cage again, trying to just make the prisoner just shake a little bit more. Just being dumb, imposing guards. And they hop out, close the back gates. Your pseudo dragon sees two people on the front of this cart, two bodyguards on either side of the cart, and then two more on the back of the cart. And you can let me know when you want to light this scene up, as he's off over here. We're going to say 5, 10, 15. They get up here. Here. Verwin.
How many? Sorry.
Verwin.
I guess I'll light the cart about there. I mean, I wouldn't know exactly where I am, but
Right.
a few minutes after those two guards get out, I suppose. And I would try to dump the oil out or like splash it up against like a corner without anyone noticing.
Okay.
Presumably, like if they're making enough noise still.
Yeah. And they are out. So you can like once they exit, you hear the door shut, you can like come out from your hiding spot. And now it's just you and this prisoner inside this carriage.
The
Okay.
human one.
In that case, I would remove the lock from the cage first and open the door and untie him.
Okay. And that's when it gets up to here, Verwin. You can see this, Kaladin, you start to notice this cart coming up, heavily protected, and you unlock, open the door, untie. He's free. Moves up a little bit more. You set it.
Can I command my pseudo dragon to do something?
In a second.
No problem.
I'm waiting for Lex's command because your pseudo dragon isn't going to do anything until she lights that fire. Your signal.
Yeah. After he's free, I'll just be like, okay, Mr. Cogs, I'm going to light a fire, and then we're gonna run. Okay.
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 I don't feel good
and
about
then I will
this.
just splash as much of the oil about as I can, and then strike a match from my tinderbox.
All right.
And light it up.
He like grabs the handle and like gets ready to jump out of this carriage as all of you start to see the flames start to go. What would you like to do with your pseudo dragon?
I would like my pseudo dragon to attack Gears.
That's where we're gonna roll initiative.
That's what I'd like him
And
to attack Gears.
I really don't want to get into this tonight because this
fine.
is going to be a big combat. There's like 6 on 5 or 6 on 6.
Yeah, totally.
You know.
Yeah.
Do we want to roll initiative tonight, or do we want to kick it off with initiative?
Start next session.
We can kick it off.
Kick it off. All right. So
Yeah, then you don't have to keep track of it.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like we're like 25 minutes before when I normally like to stop, but
Yeah.
I don't want to get
That's fine.
into the. We're going to be going for like an hour and a half on this, probably.
Yeah.
Be real.
Yeah, we might as well just keep it here. Do
I
a
agree.
personal scene, Andy.
Yeah, look at. Woo. You
But-
can.
I want to
Hey,
play
I
now.
was at the cart. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, that's cool.
All Tim's hoping for is if he fails that con save and goes in the night.
Awesome. So with that, here I'm going to bring this back around. I am going to say that we are actually off this Saturday. Doing a little bit of fine tuning. Yeah. Which is probably due because I don't think we've ever really like got on the channel. So if anybody, Chance, if you're around Saturday, you want to hop on for a little bit between 9 and 11. I'm not gonna make it a big deal. I don't want it to take up the whole night. I just want to get on and all that jazz. But we will be back next Tuesday for episode 50 of Diaries of a Wimpy Graviturgist. That's right. That shit's been going on for 100 weeks. 100 fucking weeks. That's crazy. I never thought I'd have a campaign with that one. Hopefully this is number 2. So that's awesome. With that, be safe. All right. Take care of yourself and your loved ones.
And don't forget to like and subscribe and
Hey!
hit the notification bell if you want to see our notifications when we go live.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. That was well done. We love you. Have a great night.